welcome to Elder Care Answers, the show that focuses on your elder care and estate planning journey. I'm Mary Ravazio, and joining us is attorney Doreen Seaman. Doreen, what if I don't have a will? Does that make the probate process more complicated after I pass away?
It is more difficult. It's a little more difficult because we don't have your wishes written down in a legal document. So an administrator must pay a bond and be appointed to go through the process, and all the decisions will be based on the laws of the Commonwealth.
So I don't get to determine who the beneficiaries of my estate are?
That's right. By not having a will, you're basically deciding that you're giving up that right. When a person dies without a will, it's called an intestate estate. So the laws determine who may be appointed to administer the estate and then direct the distribution of the estate. Generally, if you're married and don't have surviving descendants or parents, then everything goes to your spouse.
What if the decedent had either surviving parents or at least one descendant?
Well, then the surviving spouse will have to share with the other potential beneficiaries. Generally, the surviving spouse would get $30,000 plus 1/2 of the balance of the estate.
What about blended families? For example, let's say a husband left behind a wife and children, but some of those children were her stepchildren.
If any of the children are the surviving spouse's stepchildren, then the surviving spouse would not receive the additional $30,000. She would only receive 1/2.
I don't like that. I would want to decide, not have it predetermined by law.
Then make sure you have a will. Often, creating a will makes people feel like they're losing control, but it's the exact opposite.
Does your office help create wills and assist with probate?
Yes, we like to develop a relationship so that we can work with you during your lifetime and then eventually with your executor every step of the way.
Now, you mentioned that in Pennsylvania, if a person dies without a will, that their descendants will have a right to at least a portion of the estate. What if one of these heirs is still a minor?
If you have a will, you should indicate how and when you'd like your minor beneficiaries, usually your children, to have access to their inheritance. But if you don't have a will, once the child is an adult, they have full access to the inheritance.
Maybe I'm a worrier, but when I think of my children inheriting money, I just don't feel comfortable with them getting their inheritance all at once. I keep thinking about the statistics that say people who have a windfall, like lottery winners, often spend the money quickly and end off in worse financial straits than before they won the money.
Most people seem to feel that way, but a well-drafted will can prevent that by specifying that the children will be able to withdraw the money when they reach certain ages. So, for example, 10% per year, or maybe 1/3 at age 25, then half of what remains at age 30, and then the right to withdraw the remaining balance at 35 years old. There are many options and a lot of flexibility, and the parents may change their mind on this from time to time.
I like that. Give them an opportunity to get their education and start in their adult life, just like we would as parents. So they have the opportunity to learn how to manage that money before turning it all over to them. Can we do this for our grandchildren too?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So if you'd like to learn more about estate planning or probate, just schedule a consultation at SeamanLawOffices.com. While you are visiting their website, you can request an appointment, read their blog, and find other valuable resources. Follow Seaman Law Offices on Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter. There's always new information being posted.